Real quick, tell me if you've noticed the same trend where like 6 to 12 months ago, most guys, their main goal was getting women, like their dating life was their priority. But today it just feels like there's been this shift in the mainstream consciousness, and most guys, they don't really care too much about getting women. They're a lot more concerned about getting money. And look, we could stand here and argue back and forth all day about whether or not money is gonna make you happy or not, but I can tell you one thing for sure, and that's that since I've gotten money in my life, it's changed everything. For those of you who have a girlfriend or a wife, is it just me or is there Amazon? Every single day there's no Amazon boxes, bro. Your packages.
I have a problem.
Ready? The strangest part about building a swimming pool is that after they pour it and you have this nice shell like it is here, I have to water my swimming pool 3 times a day for 2 weeks. I guess the idea is that it absorbs the water and then it forms a stronger shell. But like, come on, bro, I gotta water my swimming pool. So last week there was a bit of controversy in the gym because I was doing these dumbbell rows with 100 pounds in each hand, and Max was giving me shit about my form.
Those might have been the shittiest reps I've ever seen in my entire life. You're ego lifting, bro. That's the difference. I'm trying to have contraction on my muscle.
And I got mixed feelings on this because on one hand, I tend to agree with Max. If your form breaks down, no longer are you properly activating the target muscle, and also you could get injured. But on the other hand, being honest with yourself right now, are you actually pushing yourself as hard as you can in the gym? Because it's very easy to find an excuse not to increase the weights, and then if you're doing that, you're not gonna keep making gains. Alrighty, that's why I'm a huge fan of exercises that don't even allow your form to break down. So for example, we're getting started with humble rows today, which might be the best overall back building exercise. You'll see we're using the same 100-pound dumbbells that we used for bent over rows, but with that we went for 10 to 12 reps. With this, we're only gonna be able to get 6 to 8 reps because as you'll see, we can't use momentum to lift the weights because my back is stuck in place. I have to rely only on my back muscles to get the weight up. That being said, I'm gonna take you through my entire pull workout today. Let's get these gains.
Don't break my heart. You should fucking stay with him. You should fucking stay with him. You stayed at home tonight. Yeah, I've been
Gains, bruh!
Workout completes, bro. Now there's this bad habit of mine where after the gym I just drink a protein shake, but then I don't eat any like actual real food for the next 3 or 4 hours. And like I'm trying to make gains, I gotta kick that habit. Luckily for me, I got some Factor meals waiting for me back at the crib. So check it out. Factor makes meeting your diet goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. So the way it works is you get to choose from a weekly menu of 35 options. You got your calorie smart options, your keto, vegan, vegetarian, or my personal favorite, the protein plus meal plan. Factor is such a game changer because it saves you the time of going to the grocery store, prepping the food, cooking the food, cleaning up after. With Factor, you get chef-prepared meals on the table in 2 minutes flat. And that means you got more time to grind, hit the gym, and enjoy the summer. And when life gets busy, don't even worry about it. Factor is flexible. You can choose from 4 to 18 meals per week and even pause or reschedule deliveries anytime. Today's meal is queso fundido with ground beef and cilantro rice. Take a look at that, man. Over 40 G's of protein in here. These meals don't miss. And because Factor is sponsoring today's video, you can head to factor75.com or click that first link in the description and use code HowToBeast50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and then 20% off your next month of orders. Click that link in the description to get started. This is a game changer. Real quick, tell me if you've noticed the same trend where like 6 to 12 months ago, most guys, their main goal was getting women, like their dating life was their priority. But today it just feels like there's been this shift in the mainstream consciousness, and most guys, they don't really care too much about getting women. They're a lot more concerned about getting money. And look, we could stand here and argue back and forth all day about whether or not money is gonna make you happy or not, but I can tell you one thing for sure, and that's that since I've gotten money in my life, it's changed everything. And I know it's a popular thing to say that the money didn't change me, the money's not gonna change me, I'm always gonna be the same. But that's a lie, bro, because you have to realize everything you experience in life, it changes you to some extent. Like if you get in a car accident tomorrow, I hope that doesn't happen, but if you do, that's gonna change your perspective on life and how you think. If your girlfriend breaks up with you next week, that's gonna change you as well. So of course, coming from a place where I didn't used to have as much money, and now I have more money, it has changed me. The question is how? Now, on a simple level, God, this Texas sun won't make his mind up, bro. On a simple level, it just makes the small annoying expenses less annoying. Like last week, I curbed the rim on the BMW, and in the past, I'd be like, oh, fuck, like that's gonna be 200, 300 bucks to get that fixed. How was I so stupid? How am I gonna make that money back? Whereas now, 200, 300 bucks, you know, not a big deal. It's just more of an annoyance that I'm gonna have to find the time to take it in. So that is a big positive. Now, obviously, I wouldn't even have been able to afford this BMW X5M competition in the past, and that's another way that money changes you. It allows you to get the big dream expenses like this big house, the Porsche, the BMW. In my experience, I will say that I don't think these things have made that much of an impact on like my daily dopamine and serotonin levels. If we rewind back to the old Boston days when I was in that small little like 300 square foot apartment riding my bicycle around the city, I was still just as happy and motivated and excited about life back then. For me, I tend to get a lot more excited by like challenges and growth. You know, for example, if the businesses did this much money this year, well, next year I want to get to that much revenue. That's more exciting than the money itself. When I first started this YouTube channel, like getting my first 2,000 subscribers, that's what got me hyped up. Not that eventually I'd have the money to buy all this shit. I think they call that lifestyle creep, that your expenses creep up as you make more money, and that's definitely true. So your brain also kind of adjusts and get used to the nice things. Now, of course, it also enabled me to experience more things faster, traveling to new places, having the capital to start new business ideas, living an all-around more elevated lifestyle. Like having more money opens more doors. The biggest change, though, the biggest thing you need to be aware of, also, goddamn, bro, this Texas heat. I was outside for like 2 minutes filming that. I'm full sweat. I forgot about these Texas summers. The biggest change is this, and when I say this, I don't mean to talk down to anybody, but the biggest change is that I've realized how easy it is to make more money. So when I see guys who are super frustrated working a job that's not financially paying you enough money to do what you want to do, maybe you're driving Uber or working at Home Depot or Starbucks and you're fed up because you can't stop working the job, you need the money to pay your bills. On one hand, I do get it and I understand that's very frustrating. On the other hand, it's almost like you're in this field of long grass and you're so lost in the weeds that if you could just raise up and see above that grass line and see the whole field, it would be so obvious to you what you need to do next. So right now, if I was in that situation, this is what I would do. I would take 2 to 3 hours after work every day. And I know you're probably, fuck, bro, I gotta like work after work. Yeah, that's what it's gonna take to get some momentum. I'll take 2 to 3 hours and I would work on acquiring a tool that would allow me to make more money. So for example, when I was working my first job, I studied after work for about 2 or 3 months and I got my personal training certificate, and that allowed me to work at a luxury gym in my city and make decent money. My brother used to teach English over Skype to these Chinese kids. He wasn't making that much money, so he enrolled on an online class at a local university, learned a couple programming languages, leveraged that, and got a job working full-time for a software development company. He made a lot more money. You could learn video editing and get paid by YouTubers to edit their videos. You could learn sales and help online coaches sell their programs. Those are 2 of the skills that we teach inside of Beast Nation. That's 4 examples right there, and I can think of a lot more, but I know that you're probably thinking, yeah, David, but I'm gonna take all the time to learn this shit and I'm probably not even gonna make any real money with it for like 2 or 3 years. And you would be right, kind of. You know, it took me 2 or 3 years of grinding on YouTube before I made any revenue, but with these more focused, high leverage skills, you're probably looking at 6 to 12 months, 3 months to learn the skill and then another 3 months to land the first job or start getting clients. It's gonna take some time to pay off, But if you don't do that, this is what I'm talking about. You're too lost in the weeds to see the field. You're gonna keep spinning your wheels, doing whatever you're doing now, and in 2 or 3 years, you're gonna be in the exact same fucking spot. And I can already see some of the comments. David, you're a millionaire. You don't know what it's like. You're out of touch. Bro, I've showed y'all my tax return from like 6-7 years ago where I only made $20,000 that year. I do know what it's like. I was there and now I'm here operating multiple 7-figure businesses, and that's why I'm telling you, you can't afford to wait any longer. In fact, right now, comment below the video and tell me, what is the next high leverage skill you're going to learn that allows you to get to that next level with your income? Seriously, drop a comment below right now and let me know what you're gonna change. You gotta change something, man. If you want my help, I'm available inside Beast Nation. We're teaching those skills inside of Beast Nation. Link below to join now. And even if you're one of those guys who doesn't care about making more money, which I'm kind of on your team because look, it didn't make me any happier, I still think men have a responsibility to try and generate wealth, because by definition, to make more money, it means that we have to create value for the world around us. People don't just give you money for nothing. Now we're about to do something crazy, and I'm not talking about catching a drone with my hands. We're about to go to a movie. It's not even dark out. It's not even the end of the YouTube video yet, but as you know, Julie and I are cinema buffs.
Movie critics.
There's a movie out we gotta see.
We're seeing the new Planet of the Apes, like the 5th one.
We've seen all of them, so we got high expectations.
But now it is our time.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. What do you think?
I gave it a 7 out of 10. I just love all the other ones way better. Like the first 2 are way better.
I think the dynamic works better when the humans are in control and the apes are fighting against them. Because that's like, not that it's realistic, but it's like one jump away from reality. But in this one, like, the apes are dominant over the humans. They all speak perfect English, and I think it's just, I'd say 7 out of 10. It's not as compelling as the OG ones. Also, you hear these loud-ass Texas insects, man?
It's like, what are they? Are they crickets?
So, update for y'all. We've been keeping up with our weekly paddle game since we moved back to Texas. Today, Julie and I are playing our first ranked match. This club is like ranked matches, and you get a score. We lost the first set, 7-6. As tight as it could be. Set 2, though. We're coming back, baby. So our opponents were a fellow Spaniard and a Mexican. I apologize, the camera was slightly out of focus here. And this second set was a battle. Look at this low volley that he couldn't return there. Now this next point is a masterclass. So we're starting off, not the best shot from myself to get started. Julia with the lob, killer backhand. Look at this low save. They called it a chiquita when you barely hit it over the net like that. Those are tough to return. He smashes me and I place him down the left flank. Now this next point here, you're gonna see that I was killing him down that left flank all game long. In fact, we won the second set in tiebreak. Brought it to the third set and brought it home. Big come from behind W for Team David y Julia.
Fuck yeah, we crushed it. We played so good together today.
I know, I'm feeling pretty confident, man. This is also when I really, like, look how much we're sweating with this Texas humidity. This is when I really wish we had a swimming pool to go back and jump in. Instead, I gotta go back and put water in the pool. Best tasting Gatorade in my life. I used to not be big on red Gatorade. It's making a comeback, baby.
No. It literally tastes like cough syrup, like that stuff that your parents made you have when you were sick. Ugh.
A little evening walk with the pups, our go-to wind down activity. And y'all can see behind me here how much of this neighborhood is still undeveloped plots, houses to be built. Which at first when we moved here, I thought it was gonna bother me that like this construction and stuff, but it's kind of nice with these walks that you're just out here in nature. And house construction is really not even that loud. Get out of here, get out of here. And for dinner tonight, we got Julia's signature 10 out of 10 tacos. Even though they're not really, what would you call them? They're more like, they're on these like little individual tortillas.
Tacos. I don't know.
Mini tacos. The secret's all in the guacamole. You make the best guacamole the world's ever seen.
Can't give my secrets away.
If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you, bro. I'd recommend you watch that video next. That is my most recent upload, and you don't want to miss it. Click there to watch that now. If you're new to the channel, click down there to subscribe, as I release 2 new videos every single week, and you don't want to miss them. I'll talk to you in the next video. Stay beastly. It's like blinking at the end of my eye.